Today's episode is brought to you by ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN lets you change your online location so you can control where you want sites to think that you're located. Guys, all you have to do is open the app, select a location, tap one button to connect, and refresh the page to access thousands of new shows and movies. You can choose from almost 100 different countries. Taryne and I personally are huge How I Met Your Mother fans, and they got rid of it out here in the US Netflix. So we've been watching it on Germany's Netflix, and I couldn't be happier. So guys, do yourself a favor and go to expressvpn.com/advice to get an extra 3 months of ExpressVPN for free. That's expressvpn.com/advice. Today's episode is sponsored by Athena Club. If you guys don't know, Athena Club's razors has thousands of 5-star reviews and is designed with built-in skin guards and an innovative handle to help prevent razor burn while being gentle on curves. Plus, the razor blade is surrounded by a water-activated serum with shea butter and hyaluronic acid, which is a holy grail for skincare. And the best part is the razor kit is only $9 and comes with your choice of handle color and extra blade head and a magnetic hook for easy shower storage, which is, guys, a game changer in the shaving game. So show your skin some care with the Athena Club Razor Kit. Sign up today and you'll get 20% off your first order. Just go to athenaclub.com and use promo code ADVICE. That's ATHENACLUB.com with promo code ADVICE for 20% off.
Okay, Ash.
Yes, Taryne.
I got a fun fact. You know what's funny about these fun facts?
What's funny?
I just Google weird facts and then I just read it as if it is a fact, but I've really never fact checked anything. I could be just
You're
reading
outing yourself right now.
the most.
Everyone's gonna be like, wait, what?
I'm all the tallest man is 12,000 feet high. And I don't know.
Why did you say it like that?
Because I don't know.
Should I even say it? Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like this really put a damper on the dramatic effect of what you're about to say, but it's fine. Like, just go with it.
I need to regroup. Mark, if you could just roll music real fast. Okay. Well, okay, but this is, again, I don't know. Should I start saying the website so people can just check it for themselves?
Sure. I doubt anyone's going to.
Listen to this website, bestlifeonline.com. Sounds accurate to me.
Is it?
Well, it says that the fastest gust of wind ever recorded on Earth was 253 miles per hour.
Oh,
bro, that would knock me on my feet.
Oh my God.
Would that kill you?
That would knock over a house.
So you die.
Death.
Okay. So whether you believe it or not, Best Life Online.
Oh my God.
I'm dead.
Just in case.
People go and they're like,
anyone
now
wants
I
to
have
fact
a virus.
Oh my God. Yeah. We did not force you to do anything just now.
Starting off strong. Hey,
Ash. Oh my God. What is up, guys? Welcome back to Unsolicited Advice. I'm Ashley.
I'm Taryne.
And we are here with a brand new episode for you guys, as per usual. You know, Taryne and I have never missed a Monday.
We have in all 2 years.
We have never taken time off.
Never.
We haven't disappeared or messed up and just forgot to upload. Like,
yeah.
I would like to say, like, we're a very loyal podcast to you guys.
We would be those kids I never was that got like perfect attendance.
Oh yeah.
And every time they stood up, you were just like, I hate you.
You were like,
Brittany.
I know. I'm thinking of a couple people like specifically where I'm like, how did you not miss a single day?
No, you're like, you came to school sick.
Not only was I actually sick, but there were so many times that I was fake sick.
Yeah.
Just because I didn't want to come to school. So how did you come every single day?
No, they came sick and then got me sick. And then I missed days of school.
Oh my God.
They stayed.
You know, that's a whole new story nowadays. That can't happen.
No, it can't.
That will never happen. It'll never be the same.
No.
It'll never be the same.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, guys, I'm feeling a little sniffly. I can't come to work today.
There's like literally at my job, they have signs everywhere and it's like any type of symptom.
Yeah.
Like headache, sore throat,
Forever changed.
Anyways, this is where you come to escape.
We're not going to talk about it.
So we're moving on.com. Don't check
the thing that shall not be named. Like Voldemort.
Yeah. We said it.
Like, no. Oh, no.
Ash.
Yes.
I'm going to do Wait, did we say who we are?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do the tearing it up.
I love that because that means I get to go first, and I love going first.
Poop.
I love going first.
Okay.
My favorite thing to do.
You do love going first. I
Because
remember in the studio.
I get to sit back and listen to your story without having to think about what
In the studio, you used to like, you would literally like your entire body language would change.
Yeah.
Like you would finish your story. We would take like a 20-second break.
Miss those.
I just miss Mark.
Remember,
I miss looking at Mark.
Times with Mark those were good times, and we would always take a good like 10-minute break in between stories. I would always have a snack.
Yeah.
Remember the time I brought the hard-boiled egg?
Do I?
It smelled so bad.
Dude, literally, I walked in and it smelled like someone farted into my face.
Mark was like, I didn't want to say anything. I'm so sorry. I was trying to be healthy, and I literally, egg.
He left the room, and I was like, I looked at Ash, which obviously you hate anything potty humor.
I do.
So I was like, dude, he's going to think someone farted. And you were like, your face got so red.
I panicked.
I immediately was like,
I panicked. So then I stood up and opened up both doors to create a draft.
Dude, that was nasty. We were like
so
wafting.
Yeah. I was like, oh no. But it was just my healthy snack for the day.
You got to do what you got to do.
You got to do it.
You got to do it. What were we talking about? Oh yeah. So you used to, after the break, she would literally just like sit back.
Oh yeah. I'd be like perfect posture while I read my story. The second I'm done, I'm like lounging.
Yeah.
No stress, express. Like it's a good time. And yeah, that's how I feel when I get to go first.
No stress, express.
No stress, express.
You 50-year-old woman.
Okay. Wait, I'm going to come out with a shirt. It's going to sell out. No stress, express.
Can it be a train with you and a conductor?
Like, doo -doo. Yeah.
Okay. Anyways.
I love it.
Okay. So this one, guys, I'm so excited because this is the first. Well, okay. We had that one tearing it up where the set fell on her. Remember, she was like a princess.
Yes.
And there was a photo.
Yes.
But we don't usually get like photos or things to go with it.
We don't get evidence.
Yeah.
Proof.
But this one, it's a video of it happening.
Do you think they'll let us post it?
Yeah. Actually, I don't know, but I am going to
let's confirm.
I am going to respond to it and ask. So hopefully by the time this is up, I've gotten permission and it's
okay.
So,
assuming that we get permission, go check us out on Instagram. What's our Instagram handle, Taryne?
Unsolicited Advice Pod.
Follow us there and you can watch the video. Hopefully, assuming we get consent.
It's a great one. We should make it into a loop. Because it'll be funnier. Because
loops are so much funnier.
Yeah.
We can make it a reel and be trendy.
What?
I was like, we can make it a reel and be trendy.
Oh, yes. I got confused.
But then the person, assuming it gets viral, then the person might be like, okay, I wasn't looking for the 3.5
No, that would be good
million
for them.
views.
Okay, I'm not gonna. Okay. I'll read the title.
All right.
Face planting into podiums. Video attached. Okay. Hey, Ashley and Taryne. Hey. I've been binging your podcast for the last couple of weeks and I'm obsessed. I love listening to you guys on my drive to school. My name is Ashlyn. You can say my name.
So similar, Ashlyn.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
And I have a short, funny story that I wanted to share with you guys that happened to me my senior year of high school. My best friend and I were helping my mom, who's a teacher, clean up the computer lab after her students left. The computer lab is inside our library, so my mom had stepped out to talk to our librarian. To give you a visual, the computer lab is composed of the main floor with a podium and then 3 sub-levels with desks on each one. My friend bet me that I couldn't jump from the second level to the main floor, so of course I took her up on the bet. I got a running start from the top level and tried the jump. I landed, well, sort of, and did I say that word?
Sort of.
Sort of.
There was no T.
Sort of. Well, sort of. I was surprised that I made it, that I tried to stop and turn to my friend, but my momentum kept me moving forward until I smacked my face into the podium. I have never laughed so hard in my life. My friend and I had tears streaming down our faces. When we finally calmed down, I remembered being surprised I didn't have a nosebleed, but when I stood up, the Niagara Falls of nosebleeds started. My friend rushes into the library to get tissues while I stand there holding a pool of blood in my own hands. My mom and the librarian come back and we manage to stop the flow with a whole box of tissues. Once I get cleaned up, my friend tells my mom and I that she got it all on camera. Rewatching the video makes me start laughing so hard that I get another nosebleed. I definitely learned my lessons. Move the podiums out of the way before doing stupid things.
Oh,
Ashley Nicole, are you ready?
Oh my God, I'm so excited. No. No.
She is.
I'm gonna play it again. What we should do? Wait, pause it. Pause it. That hits so hard.
I'm not laughing at you.
No,
I'm laughing with you because you said you thought it was funny, so that gave me permission.
You know what it needs to be? We need to pause it and then slow-mo the last part.
Dang.
Insert the Oh No song.
Oh no. Oh yeah.
No.
We just make this our own video.
Oh no.
Well, Ashlyn, thank you so much for sharing. I hope that you give us permission so everyone else can see. Otherwise, everyone's going to be super annoyed.
Yeah.
If you don't follow us on Instagram, you should, because that's where all this stuff goes. So
1,000% follow us and give us permission.
Yeah. But yeah, it's
no pressure though.
That's so intense, huh?
Yeah, no, that's yeah. Oof. Poor baby. What's up, guys? Ashley here. And as you know, I am an avid TV and movie fanatic. Actually, I would like to say it's kind of like my part-time job, especially this year. As you guys know, some shows are available to us out here in the States and some shows aren't. If your favorite show isn't available, that's why ExpressVPN is here to save the day. If you guys don't know what ExpressVPN is, let me educate you a little bit. ExpressVPN lets you change your online location so you can control where you want sites to think that you're located. And guys, it's super simple. All you have to do is open the app, select a location, tap one button to connect and refresh the page to access thousands of new shows and movies. It works with any streaming service, Hulu, BBC, iPlayer, YouTube, whatever you have, it works for you. As you guys already know, How I Met Your Mother is one of my absolute favorite shows on the planet. It is no longer available on Netflix out here, but fun fact, it's available in Germany, and I've currently been watching it on Germany's Netflix because of ExpressVPN. So I would personally like to thank ExpressVPN for allowing me to watch one of my absolute favorite shows. So guys, go ahead and do yourself a favor and go to expressvpn.com/advice to get an extra 3 months of ExpressVPN for free. Again, that's expressvpn.com/advice. Okay, guys, we are entering into the summer season. I'm talking bikini season, people. Pros and cons to that for sure. But essentially, we are entering into shaving season. I don't know about you guys, but I take a long time off during the winter. So we're easing back into it with Athena Club. As you guys already know, Athena Club's razor has thousands of 5-star reviews and is designed with built-in skin guards and an innovative handle to help prevent razor burn while being gentle on curves. They have a water-activated serum with shea butter and hyaluronic acid, which is, you know what, the acid that I put on my face. So if it works on my face, I feel like it should work everywhere else too. Obviously, the best part about the razor kit is that it's only $9. It comes with your choice of handle. I picked a nice blue, like a powder blue color, and an extra blade head. And the best part of this entire set is that it comes with a magnetic hook, which has changed everything for me when it comes to shaving in the shower specifically. There's nowhere to really like set your razor, and the magnetic hook changes everything. Let me just tell you and sell you on this. It's worth it. Also, Athena Club has the dreamiest shave foam that's back in stock. Together, the Athena Club razor and shave foam will leave your skin soft, hydrated, and smooth. The world's best recipe, guys, is the Athena Club shave foam plus their razor. I'm telling you, it's why I love Athena Club. It's magic. It's butter, it's smooth, and it leaves your skin feeling silky and happy. So show your skin you care with the Athena Club Razor Kit. Sign up today and you'll get 20% off your first order. Just go to athenaclub.com and use promo code ADVICE. That's ATHENACLUB.com with promo code ADVICE for 20% off.
So good. Okay, Ash. I guess that means technically you can go first.
Honored. Okay, guys, as you guys know, Taryne and I come to the podcast with two different stories. If you're new, neither of us know the other story. And this one is titled, I'm Forced to Be Friends with My Boyfriend's Ex.
What? That's unreal.
Forced? What does forced mean? It's a
It
little
means
broad.
you should be kicking and screaming.
I would prefer not to.
I would prefer not to.
I'm definitely not going to.
No. Have you seen that?
The
Have you seen
passive
that?
side of me would just explode.
Yeah.
Like if I was to hang out with the ex at like hangouts and stuff, I would be the most passive brat. Like everything I did would
everyone
be
would
angled
think
as a dig.
It was fine until one day you explode and everyone's like, where did that come from? Whereas day one, I would throw a fit.
Taryne would throw a fit.
Yeah.
I would sit there politely and just be like, oh,
Yeah.
dress.
Oh, that's a cute dress.
All the time. Like all these
Mean
little
girls.
things would just attack.
Yeah.
Anyways. It's my personality.
I feel like we both were like, let's not record tonight because Ash was like, I'm tired.
I was like, guys,
yeah.
I'm really tired.
And then we put these freaking lights on and microphones and we're like,
That's so much to say.
Okay.
She writes, I'm forced to be friends with my boyfriend's ex. Hey, Taryne and Ashley. First off, let's keep this one anonymous just in case the ex is listening. Ha ha ha. I love you both and your podcast makes my Mondays. I'm from LA and I'm hoping one of these days I'll be able to bump into you guys and thank you for the amazing podcast in person.
Stop.
We're around. You keep your eyes peeled for us.
Yeah.
Hopefully that'll happen. Let's manifest that for us.
I love that.
Okay, so my boyfriend and I have been dating for 2 years. We met soon after he had just moved to LA from his hometown. It was love at first sight, and now we live together and are crazy happy. We were very open from the beginning and discussed our past relationships, his mostly revolving around a recent ex and an ex that was more of a FWB, friends with benefits, which I know now because I'm hip and cool.
Yep.
And I know these things.
You do.
That never evolved. So I feel like I should restate that.
No. Friends with benefits that didn't
never
lead to more.
evolved. Yeah.
Got it.
Let's call her Vanessa. Vanessa basically broke his heart. Never wanted anything serious with him, but just to be clear, they hooked up more than just occasionally at the time. He briefly mentioned that he met Vanessa through one of his best friends. Let's call him Tyler. But at the time, I didn't think much of it. Fast forward. The pandemic hits, and we decide we should leave crowded LA to help with my anxiety. So we decide to move to his hometown. Before we move, my boyfriend mentions that Tyler, his friend who he had met Vanessa through, is still very close friends with Vanessa. My initial reaction was, cool, nothing to worry about. My boyfriend and I are happy, and who cares if his friend's still friends with Vanessa? That doesn't mean much.
Okay. His friend is friends with his ex.
Yes. His friend Tyler is friends with Vanessa. Also, he met Vanessa through Tyler. The ex did.
Got it. Okay.
Yes.
So that makes sense. It's not like me being friends with your ex because like I would have met them through you and that's like my loyalties to you first. But like if I was friends with the guy and then you started dating him, I still would kill him after. But like it would make more sense for me to still. Okay. Sorry, I was confused first.
She continues. Well, we get here and my boyfriend explains that this close friend group in his hometown has always included Vanessa, a detail from the original story that I forgot about, and that she will most likely be at all of the intimate friend hangouts.
Oh.
He explains that he loves me and I shouldn't worry about anything. Everything is in the past. Well, we get to the first friend hangout and I feel good. My thoughts are saying, this is going to be nothing. Then she gets there, ...
Uh-oh. Is she super hot?
She is wearing the smallest lingerie top with her very large boobs just showing with the perfect amount of cleavage, which of course is fine. I myself have a larger chest,
Same.
but when I'm meeting my boyfriend's ex, I hope she wouldn't be wearing something that would remind him that she has had sex with him. Also, all caps, to add to this already amazing first encounter, Vanessa and I look physically very similar. Very similar.
Dude, that trips me out when people end up with someone who's like their ex's doppelganger.
There's like, everyone has a type for sure, but then there's some people where you're like, you have a very specific type because your exes all look the same.
Or you saw this person, it reminded you of your ex and you were
which
like,
is
instantly.
would be the second thing I think of. Yes. So she continues again. Like, similar to the point that our facial features make us look like we could be sisters.
Ew, I hate it.
So immediately I'm comparing the two of us. We have gone to multiple hangouts and even hosted one with Vanessa since that first time. She's very sweet, the kind of girl I would befriend, but I still don't feel comfortable. Every time she's around, I just can't help but think how she and my boyfriend have previously had sex and how he was truly heartbroken by her.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking thoughts like, how do I compare to her in my boyfriend's eyes? What about in bed? Is her body more desirable than mine? Is her makeup, hair, outfit better than mine? Is her personality better? What do I do? My boyfriend is constantly telling me that there is no comparison and that he loves me. He only wants me and that I'm his future wife. Cute. But my insecure thoughts just don't stop when she's around. My boyfriend makes me feel nothing but loved and so secure in our relationship. This is something I clearly have to work on.
Yeah.
Vanessa isn't going anywhere and I want just to be cool with her being around. I mean, I'm more than just cordial with her. We even joke and laugh together. But internally, I have those insecure thoughts just running through my mind constantly. Do you girls have any thoughts or advice for me? XOXO. I hope Vanessa isn't listening to this right now. I love that closing statement.
XOXO.
She'll never know because her name's not Vanessa.
Yeah.
That's why anonymous.
My sister-in-law's name is Vanessa, so I just keep picturing her.
The second I read it, Vanessa has the Vanessa I know's face.
Yeah.
Like the second I read it, it's just one of those things. Like if her name was Ashley, my face would be there too. Yeah. But like I happen to know like two Vanessas, I guess.
Like, I'm sure if anyone meets a Taryne, they're like, oh,
well, especially Taryne because Taryne's
no
not a very popular name.
Okay. Of course we have thoughts and advice.
Oh my God. So many thoughts.
I have so many thoughts.
So many thoughts. I think first of all, and I feel like this is one of the main things I always say, but I really want to make sure that you know what you're feeling is beyond normal.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how secure you are in your relationship. It doesn't matter if you are comparing yourself or not. It is a natural reaction to just be insecure around someone's ex. It's an awkward situation.
I hate that people have made that seem like it's a weakness or like you're not secure enough in your relationship because that's not fair. Like it's, if you love something enough, any threat to that thing is going to make something trigger. I mean, even you, like people call you their best friend and I'm like, I will fight you. I will fight you. And I'll literally sometimes be like, Ashley, I'm your best friend, right? And she'll be like, oh my God, Taryne.
I do.
But like, it's something about like, I don't know, like when you love something, you care enough that you're like, I don't want to risk something coming between this. And when it's a person who there was emotions involved, it's emotions don't just go away lightly. So it's easy to be like,
Yeah. Also, the way you're handling this is mature.
Oh, I would have thrown a fit
Maturity
by now.
At its finest. The fact that you were handling this so well and befriending her and even laughing and joking together just goes to show what a gem of a human being you are. So the fact that you are simply feeling these feelings and not acting on them just goes to show that you are an amazing human being.
Yes.
But those feelings are valid. They're so valid. And I want to make sure that you understand and know that it is so natural to feel weird around exes, because I mean, Taryne can probably explain more from her side, but I've never talked to an ex. I've never seen an ex. I've never encountered an ex in my day-to-day life.
Yeah.
Taryne runs into hers all the time.
Actually, it's been years. Like honestly, like we're totally cool. Like if we were to run into each other, we'd genuinely be like, how are you? Like, how's life? Yeah. It's been so long, but I can definitely relate, because when I started dating my ex, he was a part of a very small group, and there were 2 of his exes that would come in and out. And it was really hard for me.
Yeah.
Especially because it was my first like real boyfriend. So I had a hard time with like that. And he's a very friendly guy, so I would just have a hard time anyways. And I will say though, like I want to give your boyfriend props, because the fact that he is like, usually it's like someone, like a girl's like, oh my gosh, I'm so insecure. And then the guy says it to like try to make the situation better, or they get annoyed, which towards the end of my relationship, he would just get annoyed about it instead of being like comforting.
Yeah.
So the fact that like he is up front being like, hey, like I'm understanding that this is a weird situation, and I love and respect you enough that I want, even if you're feeling insecure, like I want to reiterate how secure you should be, is a gem, like a gem. And I think that should mean a lot to you, because a guy that's going to go out of his way to be like, hey, like you have nothing to worry about, like don't feel uncomfortable. That's like,
yeah, he's constantly saying what you wrote yourself was that there's no comparison. He loves you. He only wants me, that you're his future wife. That's he's being amazing and super supportive. So I'm really happy for you, because you found a keeper. Love that for you. But yeah, as far as like the comparison stuff, I know I said it's normal, but I don't think that means that you should let yourself dwell on it every single time you see her. So I do think that those thoughts, we've talked about this so many times on the podcast, those thoughts need to be fought off. And I think it is important that when they come, again, I want to really reiterate this. It's normal that they come. Them coming is natural and normal, and that's life. And that's what I would expect for when you are talking to someone's ex, especially in the beginning.
Yeah.
But the second you feel them, I think you need to acknowledge them and be like, okay, like this is me feeling a little bit uncomfortable, and then fight those thoughts off with the words that your boyfriend is telling you.
Well, we should never want to be stagnant. And I think there's something so valuable about like recognizing that it is normal to feel things. And we always reiterate on this podcast, like every emotion is valid, and like you have a right to feel everything, but we should always be striving to figure out a way to navigate our emotions in a better way. And ultimately, like if you're never okay with this situation, like you should also be communicating that, because there are 2 people in your relationship. And if it's something where you need to start being like, hey, like I would like us to like also venture out and find other friends too. Like I would like not every time we go hang out for me to do this, because it's hard for me. Yeah. You have a right to talk about that too.
Yeah.
But one thing I would really recommend, and towards the beginning of my relationship, my ex was amazing at this.
Okay.
But I finally had a breakdown, because honestly, I have him to thank for like my diarrhea of the mouth when it comes to my emotions. Because when we first started dating, I was so worried about like not pleasing everyone that I never would speak up about when I was sad. And he really like drew that out of me, probably to the point where he was like, what have I created? But it's fine. So there was one day where I had started crying, and he was like, what's going on? And I finally said, like, it's just hard for me to know, like, you were with this girl for years. Like, you loved her. You thought you were going to marry her. Like, you guys have been like, you know, intimate with each other. And how do I not think about that when I'm around her? And so we kind of came up with this thing where he was like, if you need me to like reiterate, like you should be secure, kind of like how he is. He was like, you just need to let me know. So I literally, if we were in this big group of people and I needed just like, I would literally just walk up to him and look at him and be like, I'm having a moment. And he would look me dead in the eye and he would be like, I love you. Like, there's no one else here. You're the only person that matters to me. He would like kiss me on the forehead, hug me, and then he would be a little bit more attentive like in that moment.
Yeah.
And every single time it helped me to snap out of it because he took that moment to be like, I care that you're not feeling well about this situation. Yeah. And I'm going to like go over the top to let you know you have nothing to worry about.
Oh, I love that.
So I would definitely, I don't know. I know he's encouraging her, but I don't know if she's talked to him as much about.
I think she has definitely talked to him. She didn't specifically explain what she's talked to him about, but
come up with a code word, like squeeze a hand and he knows like in that moment, like, let's take a walk. Let me, or like hug me or give me a kiss on the cheek. Like
put
whatever.
Your hand in his pocket. And that's your code for like, I need a second, you know? I think it's really important to tell yourself like clearly he is with you. Mm-hmm. And he has chosen you. Like, even though there was heartbreak there, like he could, if he wanted to, like jump ship and go to her, but he's not. He's clearly here with you and saying that you're his future wife. So this is a partnership that you guys have and you guys get to walk through this together and you can, hopefully, you know, depending on, you know, how you feel in the end, you could choose to be friends with her, like cordial and polite and friendly. Yeah. You know, maybe not best friends, but like, you could choose to be friends with her. Or if, like Taryne said, if this is too much for you, then I think as long as you're letting your boyfriend in your thoughts and in your feelings, then you will be able to one day, if you're sure, like let him know, be like, hey, like this is not going to work out.
Yeah. I'm having a hard time.
Yeah. You're the wife. She's the ex.
Or you can just fly your ex out and have him hang out and be like, see
how this feels.
See, or tell him to walk in with his shirt off. Like,
just move back to LA.
Girl? Oh yeah. Sure.
Problem solved. Come hang out with us.
Yeah. Done.
Anonymous, thank you so much for writing this in. Good luck with the ex.
Good luck.
Good luck with the ex situation.
Yeah, you honestly,
that's tough.
It's
like we talked about it really chill, but like that's tough.
No, it's so tough. But I think again, you gotta like make sure that you have an outlet. And like you said, like she's talking to
100%
her ex about it. I will say though, something I learned from being
she's talking to her boyfriend about it.
Huh?
You said she's talking to her ex about it.
Oh, sorry.
I know.
Yeah,
I know everyone's going to be like, wait, what? And I had to.
Oh, there's so many times I've listened back to the podcast and I'm like, first of all, that was not an English word. Second of all, you didn't even finish that sentence. Yeah. Sometimes I just ping pong.
And quiet.
Yeah. I'll be like, and you know, yesterday I'm like, what?
Bad.
Anyways, I'm sure if ever I start dating someone, like I will definitely come to you and be like, this is frustrating me. Yeah. Like talk through it with me. And then I'll know, like, I didn't do that in my relationship because I didn't want anyone to think my relationship was suffering. Mm-hmm. I was so like wanting to protect that it was a good relationship that I like shielded everything, which ended up being my demise.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to talk to friends about it, not only so that they can be like,
you have to,
hey, there's some red flags, but also I'm sure there's going to be times where you'll be like, Taryne, like, it's not that big of a deal. You know what I mean?
Like,
and I trust you. Yeah.
You brainstorm with them before you take it to your person.
Yeah. And then when I come, I'm like, I know this is a big deal.
This is factual.
If Ashley's mad. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, thank you, Anonymous. That was
good.
That was a good email. And we're rooting for you. You got
this. We really are.
Yeah.
What's up, UA fam? It's Ashley here. As you guys know, Taryne and I are big fans of talking about our feelings, and we are so excited because we are partnering once again with BetterHelp, one of our absolute favorite sponsors. If you guys are unfamiliar with BetterHelp, BetterHelp has licensed professional counselors who are specialized in depression, anger, stress, family conflicts, anxiety, LGBT matters, relationships, grief, sleeping, self-esteem, trauma, and so much more. Obviously, anything you share is confidential. And best of all, BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches so that they make it easy and free to change counselors if needed. That's one of Taryne and I's absolute favorite parts about BetterHelp. We believe that finding a counselor is a very personal thing, and sometimes that takes time, and sometimes that takes a few tries. BetterHelp makes it very easy for you to change counselors at any time with no extra cost. BetterHelp services are available for clients worldwide. And my absolute favorite part about using BetterHelp is that you can text them, you can call them, you can FaceTime them. Whatever is more convenient for you, BetterHelp will meet you where you're at and help you along the way. We want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/advice. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/advice.
Okay.
Now I get to sit back and relax and enjoy.
Okay, so mine is titled Constantly Reinventing Myself.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Hello, lovely ladies. My name is blank, but I'd prefer to stay anonymous like the cool kids do. I mean, our anonymous people are cool kids.
Could be like the cool kids. All the cool kids, they seem to fit in. No.
Of course. I just wanted you to sing that because it was beautiful.
That was great. You're welcome. Album dropping soon.
Oh, dear God.
For sure.
On what's like the, I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways.
SoundCloud.
Yeah. Is that what you're going to say? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I was in the middle of listening to your pod while building, I feel like I said that word weird too, building an IKEA bookshelf when I suddenly got struck with inspiration to write in. I love that.
Ooh.
I love that.
That's a great time to listen to a podcast, by the way.
Yeah. So here's my dilemma. I'm someone who gets super easily discontented with my current lifestyle / surroundings. And I feel like I'm constantly trying to reinvent myself. I see one cute photo on Pinterest and I think I must become that. Or hear one good quote and try to live a new life, only to abandon it after a few days and then feel sad. It's like I'm never, ever satisfied with the girl I am now. I know that self-improvement is super important, but where I'm at, it feels like an unhealthy obsession rather than something positive. It's not like I'm working on improving the inside of me. I'm only ever trying to make my life appear better to people watching, i.e. a cuter wardrobe, more aesthetic home decor, etc.
Yeah.
My life is perfectly wonderful, but after having each day feel the same for so many months, it's hard to find the beauty in my normal routine. I don't have the energy or funds, LOL, to keep changing my clothes and hobbies. And I need to stop putting things off for when I become a new person. How do I become satisfied with who I am currently and not always trying to be a different woman? Love you both lots, all caps. And thank you for doing what you do. Off I go to finish my bookshelf. Wish me luck. XO, or sorry, I don't know why I said that. XX, Claire. I was like, XOXO, gossip girl.
Wow. Plot twist. I wrote this email.
I feel like
I'm her.
I related to this a lot.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think we've ever talked about this.
I don't think so either.
Specifically, which I geek out when we have a new topic.
Something new, yeah.
Also, this is so specific and I love it.
Ooh.
I love it. I just want to say that I think you are in this place, which we kind of touched on this with self-love, but where you have a good thing that's got a little bit of mold on it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when you have this piece of bread and you're like, this bread looks so good, but there's this little piece of mold where, is this piece bad? You know what I mean? Yeah. So we're going to help you pick that mold off, girl, so you can make some toast. Sometimes it only people knew, my entire thought process is in metaphors. Sometimes they're great.
Mold
Sometimes
on toast.
they're terrible. Anyways, okay. What I'm trying to say is there are so many things that are actually beautiful practices that if they're not coming from the right motivation or foundation, it can be unhealthy. So the fact that you are trying to better yourself or you're seeing things that ignite something in you that are like, oh, this is cool. I want to try to do this. Like that's actually a positive thing.
Yeah.
But the fact that you're obsessed with it to the point where you're not acknowledging who you are and you're constantly chasing something else shows that like foundationally you're missing something that you're trying to fill with stuff that isn't valuable.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
And you're also kind of, this is weird. I don't know why this is what I thought of, but there's also something really important to being successful in what you do. Mm-hmm. So if you're constantly forcing yourself to try a bunch of things and then quote failing at it and then feeling upset about it, you're actually like slowly chipping away at your like self-esteem.
Oh yeah.
So it's actually kind of a not a great thing to put yourself through because eventually your subconscious is like, why bother? I can't do it. And this is something that one of my trainers told me a long time ago, and that this is going to go in a different direction, but you have to like, if you have a goal that you're trying to reach at the gym, you have to start at a manageable, you have to start, what's it called? Level.
Got you.
Thank you. You can't go 5 days a week. You can't go 7 days a week. It's not going to work. So whatever you're trying to do, whether it's an outfit that you're looking at, or you're trying to read a book, don't do a book a week. Try a book a month or try a book every 6 months.
Yes.
Like find out what works for you first before you start chipping away at yourself like that. Because if you're constantly switching it up on yourself, being like, I'm going to do hair, or just kidding, I'm going to make my own clothes, or just kidding, I'm doing hats now. Like you're constantly going to be defeating yourself and giving your value of yourself can easily be lowered. And that's such a harmful place to put yourself in.
Well, you're attaching your definition of who you are to all of these outward things
that have nothing
to do with you. So it makes sense why you're confused of who you are and it all feels shallow because
and you feel like you're a failure when you're not because you didn't actually like have any like passion, drive, connection towards that thing, really.
Because that's the norm. I look at Instagram photos or, Ash will get something or she'll dress a certain way that I'm like, ooh, love that style. And I might be like, oh, like if I see something, I'm like, ooh, I loved that style. Like no one is original in fashion. Like, let's just be real. Like we've all subconsciously drawn things from things we see, but that doesn't define who I am. That's a cute outfit that I own. Does that make sense?
It's very separate.
I might look hot and feel confident in something, but ultimately at the end of the day, that was just an outward thing that was on me. And that doesn't have to do with where my heart and my mind are.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it's all feeling so meaningless.
Yeah.
And this reminds me of a conversation I had with a friend the other day, because we were talking about like what she was looking for in a guy. And it was cool because we had this conversation because she was like, oh, I want him to be older. I want him to be, I don't remember the specifics, like this, and this. And I was talking to her about it because I'm like, okay, well, instead of getting stuck on those things, what is it about that you're drawn to it? So for instance, I'll just talk about the age, right? Yeah. I was like, what about a guy that's older is like
desirable
to you? And I was like, what comes with that? And she was like, well, he'll be able to like take care of me, security, he has his life together,
maturity.
And I was like, okay, all of that could also be in someone who's your age or younger than you. But we like dove into like, what is actually the thing that is at the bottom of it? That's the foundation of why you're desiring that. Yeah. Because I can tell
it's
you,
not the number.
I have met men much older than me that are the most insecure, unstable human beings ever. So at the end of the day, it's always about something deeper. So the things you're being drawn to, I guarantee it's not just the style of the photo. It's the fact that that girl is like rocking it and has this confidence and glow about her. And you're looking at her being like, I would. I just choked on my spit.
You're on a roll too.
Okay. You know, it is. It is. I desire to be her because of like the way that she's killing it in photos versus like it really has only to do with like that shirt and that pants, that pair of pants that like I need to have. You know what I mean?
No, I went through a very intense free people phase of my life.
Yes, you did,
like
girl.
a very intense one. Everything about me was like emulating all that free people stands for. Like I would literally see a photo by every piece of the outfit. I did my hair. I didn't do heat to my hair because I wanted that like wavy beachy look. And I like did very minimal makeup and I was free people, you know, but then I never was.
Yeah.
Like everything about me looking back, I'm like, oh my God, you were a walking like free people poster.
So much effort went into.
Yes. But like at the time, I was not there. I needed more outfits. I wasn't doing, I never actually reached what I was trying to attain. And looking back, I'm like, I had it. Like I was. And it's so weird how it never felt like I was actually there.
Yeah.
But everything in me had to like go for it, like head first. It was so weird.
No, for sure. I think it is. It's more of just like this idea of like, I have to have this to complete like who I am.
Yeah. And I think it was like I think it was like a happiness thing. Like I was trying to reach this like state of happiness. That wasn't, you can't wear it.
No, for sure.
You can't wear happiness. Fun fact. You can't find it at Free People.
Girl, for sure. I will say too, like I would be really curious to hear what is going on specifically in your life right now. Because I think when we are not happy with where we're at, that's when we start seeking out other outlets to distract or cover. So like, I know for me, even like the other day, cause I've like been struggling with gaining weight during like quarantine. And the other day,
are we all?
I know it's just hard. It's just like where we're all at.
It's a bad time.
And the other day I'm like looking in my closet for stuff to wear and I have a giant closet full of clothes and most of the stuff does not fit me or I haven't worn for years because it's stuff that I'm keeping for when I get skinny. You know what I mean? Like we've all done that, but mine was to an excessive point to where like I was looking in my closet and I was like, wow, you really are not representing where you're at. You're representing where you want to be to a point where like you're not investing in any part of who you are right now. And I was like,
which subconsciously tells you that where you are right now doesn't matter.
Yeah. And so I literally told, I'm the type of person when I have a revelation, I have to tell someone because
she starts every conversation with guys.
Yeah.
In that tone, that exact tone.
But for me, and like, it's funny because people laugh it off, but for me, it's a very valuable moment where I'm putting out into the world what I'm thinking, because a lot of times I think thoughts and then I talk myself out of it so fast. So for me to say it, not only am I being confident enough in myself to say it, but I'm also hoping that like friends in my life will like hear that and maybe keep me accountable to it too, you know?
Yeah.
So I came and I told him, I'm like, you know what? Like I'm going through my closet and the stuff that does not fit me or I'm not going to wear, like I'm getting rid of it because I need to be confident and comfortable with where I'm at now. And if I go through a health journey or something, or I start to lose weight, then I will shop and invest in that person that I am then. But I can't keep living in this like, I'm not good enough. And until I get here, until I get to this goal, until I make this amount of money, until my hair is this long, until my body looks like this, until I'm married, until I have kids, like life is going to be a constant mess of dissatisfaction if you live your life constantly trying to get to a step. You have to love and just immerse yourself in where you're at now, and then appreciate the journey of growing no matter what that looks like.
Absolutely. Also, I've seen your closet. Sell that stuff on Poshmark.
I know, girl.
Buy yourself something nice now.
Tags on tags.
I've seen that closet. You could make bank. You could have some really nice outfits. I know. All the free people.
I know. I know. But yeah, I think it's just, that's what I'm saying. I think you need to do some like soul searching of like where you're at. Bring your friends into it. And even like if fashion is like a passion of yours and like you really do want to invest in these things, like one thing I did with myself one year, because I was struggling with money, but I always wanted to buy clothes. I only shopped at thrift stores, and like I would like make clothes into what I wanted, or like try to get really creative with outfits. And honestly, that was when I got so many compliments on like my fashion, because it was so creative and it was like I got to make it who I was. So you can put some limits on things if you still feel like, oh, I still want to experiment with clothes and home decor and stuff. Like there's more accessible ways to do that, but I definitely think you need to look deep down and really like see what you're desiring and ask yourself, like, what am I getting out of that? Or what really is the reason why I need that? You know?
Yeah. Also, on a completely separate, different side note, I do think maybe some, I don't know the proper term for this. It's because I'm tired, guys.
You're killing it, Ash.
Thank you. I do think that maybe some ground rules should be set, because I do think it's great that you're trying a bunch of new things, especially in a year when I want to try a bunch of new things too. Oh my God, same. Like I feel that on a very deep level. I do think in order to try something effectively, you do have to give it time.
Yeah.
And I don't think jumping from week to week is enough time. So if you're going to try something, I do really believe that you have to give it your all for at least 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Like I forget what the statement is, but I think any good new habit takes 2 weeks to form.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think if you're going to give something like this, that's clearly you're wanting it to be more than a habit. I think you should double that and give it like at least a month of like actual effort. And, you know, think of it almost as like a part-time job. And then if you don't like it, still stick with it for the month and then be like, you know what, check that off the list. We're not doing that again.
Yeah.
But you actually gave it your all and gave it your one. You don't have to doubt whether or not you really tried, because you did try
fully,
you know, and then maybe try the next thing. But also maybe if you could like hone in on like a genre, you know, that would be cool too.
Yeah.
It's hard because it's kind of all over the place.
Fully. But I think too, like, you know, a New Girl where Schmidt wants something and then Cece's like, remember the rule, you have to sleep on it. And if you still want it, like, I think even doing like create a Pinterest board, create a photo album, create a mood board. But maybe like you can only purchase a certain amount each month. Like
budgeting,
not related. I started limiting myself. I can only buy one set, like a Lego set a month, because I started spending way too much money. But for me, I'm saving all these things I want, but then when I have that one thing I get to buy, I've thought so much about it, because I'm like, I only get one set this month, that I'm so pumped to buy it. And then other ones I'm like, like I didn't really need it. But in that moment I was like, I have to have this, you know?
And it's so funny because, I'm so sorry.
No.
I'm
it's
so
okay.
sorry.
Go, babe.
My mom taught me this as a kid. She would make me, if I wanted a toy, I could buy it, but I had to do extra chores around the house to make money to buy the toy. Inevitably, almost every single time I'd be like, I'm going to get this doll or whatever. And then I'd do all the chores, and then I'd go to the toy store to get it. And then I'd look at it and be like, I'd rather have the money, you know?
Fully.
Like, pocket that.
Me, I'd rather get Del Taco.
I was like, the toy's not worth it. And it's funny how like when you do put forth effort, all of a sudden your time becomes way more valuable, and it makes you realize without wondering what you're actually willing to spend it on. Yeah. You know?
And I think like you mentioned, like I'm not working on the inside of me. So I think too, like maybe like every time you're desiring a change, before you step into that like physical change, like attempt a new, you know, you said like, oh, I hear a quote and I want to live that life. I think you're just setting too many, like, I have to be exactly this. You know what I mean? Like, take that quote, take what you think is beautiful about it, write it down, and it can be something that you aim for. But I'm such a, like, I'll be like, okay, I'm not going to do this anymore. And then I'll fail, but I'll be like, okay, again, I'm not going to do this anymore. And I think that's a part of life, and that's okay. But you're tying so much pressure into these things that are not meant to have that much pressure. So like, yeah, want clothes, want this kind of stuff, but also try to journal, like try to like watch some videos, try to like meditate, try to do other things. And every time you feel that inkling of like, I need to have this, make sure you're also looking into like, what really is the reason? And before I can buy that outfit, I have to do some like self-work first, you know?
You know what else would be fun?
What, Ash?
And this is coming from a vlogger who would probably vlog the whole experience as well. But it would be cool to metaphorically, emotionally, physically start blank.
Yeah.
I mean, jean and t-shirt, no makeup, don't do your hair, don't think about like, you know, anything, and literally start from scratch and just start listening to music and see what you like, and make a brand new playlist of only music that you currently like, that you think represents you or resonates with you.
Yeah.
And then like go shopping or go online and make a mood board of the outfits that actually draw your attention and see where you end up.
Yeah.
Because that would be a really fun like science project.
No, yeah.
You
and
know,
I think like
what's your favorite color? Like,
yeah,
literally start from scratch, like pull out the color wheel and be like, I'm feeling this, you know,
Yeah.
maybe it's not what you always said it was.
Well, also like fashion and all this stuff is not so boxed in and subjective. So I'm kind of, okay, this is me just getting super psychological, but I'm wondering why you feel the need to be so defined and have to stick with one thing at a time. Like, I would look back and be like, why do I feel the need to do that? Like, that's something, as if I was like counseling you, I would walk back and be like, when is the first time you started feeling this way? Because life is not meant to be lived like that. Like, some days I look super 70s. Some days I look like a straight up like
be fun
hip hop artist. Some days I look homeless. Like, like you don't have to be one thing. So I think that you're feeling this very specific need to be like boxed in and then defined by something, and then when you get an inkling of something else, you completely abort what you were in to fully invest in something else. And I don't think you need to do that. So I would definitely, I feel like you have a lot of, you need to like scrape away all this surface stuff and really get to know like where you're at. And I think you'll be surprised how much of that is going to affect this outside stuff too.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
Girl, first of all, I hope you killed that IKEA set. If anyone's going through a breakup, I'm not joking. Building IKEA furniture is straight therapy.
Is it?
That's how I got through mine.
I hate IKEA.
I cried a lot. I
It's
hurt my
always
thumb.
missing a piece. One of the boards is always bowed.
But that's why it's solving a problem. Yeah, girl. You know what? Don't listen to Ashley. Only listen to me.
I literally had to shave part of one of the planks of wood off because it was too long.
Yeah, and then
literally didn't
and then
fit.
you're like physically fighting with this thing and getting aggression out. It's perfect.
Just go work out.
You know what?
Go punch a bag.
We're in a fight.
Just kidding. It's too
like,
much work.
I like telling people when I'm in a fight with them if they're not sure. I do that to you all the time. I'll be like, Ashley, I think we're in a fight. She's like, shut up. I'm like, okay.
No, we're not.
Anyways, thank you so much, Anonymous, for sending this in. We had another Anonymous episode. Love it.
Double A.
Before I get into my dad joke, wanted to share something. This is from, I can say it. This is from Jordan. She says, hey, Ash. Hey, T-Money. Wait, have I read this before?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm having weird deja vu. My name is Jordan, and I wanted to say that I love your podcast. You girls are such amazing people, and you always brighten my Mondays. That being said, Taryne, you're going to love this. Your dad jokes got me a date.
What?
I know. I was talking to this guy I met on Hinge and he started cracking dad jokes. He told me that it was really important for him to find a girl with a sense of humor. So what did I do? I used every dad joke I can remember from your podcast and he loved it. Just wanted to say thank you for that.
Oh,
love you guys.
God.
Jordan. I'm telling you, dad jokes save everything in life. I don't know what sentence I just said, but I'm going with it. And dad jokes for the win.
Dad jokes for
I just
the
said
win.
dad jokes save everything in life.
I know.
What does that mean?
I don't. You really made Taryne's night.
I was so excited.
You just made her day.
So excited. Okay, so there's this very specific type of dad joke humor that's like there's like play on words, but then there's also just like the ones that you're just like that's so stupid.
Right.
I'm gonna read some of those. Okay, ready?
Love it. Love it.
I don't know why I took such a big breath. Okay. The credit card company sent me another camouflaged bill. What?
Bill?
Why does it say bull? Did I find a typo? It says bull, right?
Yeah.
I love finding typos. It's like a weird hobby of mine. Okay. Camouflage bill. It's those hidden charges that you really have to watch out for. I shaded that one. That's what I'm saying. Okay, ready? Why didn't the dinosaur cross the road? Because roads weren't invented yet.
Oh my God.
These are the cringe dad jokes that
so
make
bad.
everyone so uncomfortable that I die because I know everyone's so uncomfortable.
Oof. I don't like it.
Why, Ash? Just lean into it. Okay, one more. What do you call a bear with no ear? B. Bear spelled.
No, I know. Guys, thank you so much for listening to today's episode.
If you're not watching the YouTube video, just go to the end and watch Ashley's face. She hates this so much.
Be sure to subscribe. Like, share, rate, subscribe.
I'm dying.
Follow us on Insta. I'm done.
Love you all.
Talk to you soon. Bye.